So here we have a poodle that is right out of the tub. It was forced quickly in the tub, but nothing extravagant. It's on the table. So I'm going to start with the force dryer. Now I have my stand dryer to my left and it is already there. Right now all I'm doing is whisking off the water and allowing the coat to be straightened by the force, but also be dried by the stand dryer that's just off to my left. You can't see it in this shot, but you will see it in others. Now I've put this in regular time so that you can see that I'm not fussing around, I'm not wasting time. I'm getting that water gone from the coat and I'm straightening out what I can. This particular dog also, its coat is quite short. The reason being is that he actually has tumors, and throughout this video you'll actually see me point out different areas where we have actually just during today we found new ones. This is going to very quickly speed right up so I'm not wasting your time, but know that this whole process for the entire standard poodle only took 2 minutes and 43 seconds to force off this complete standard poodle. And so you can see there it was all wet. Sorry, I was adjusting the camera. You could see the stand dryer there, and I'm going through, we find that lump that's just on his leg and we blow all that straight. Let the equipment do the work for you. There is no point in wasting your time fussing through coat when you just need that stand dryer to put the heat where you want and then do the rest. Now what I've done, now that all the water's been blown out, I've got my stand dryer and I am putting the heat directly on where I'm brushing. You'll always see that where my heat is where I'm brushing. So I'm constantly moving that around so that it's always in an area that I need. I'm just taking a regular slicker. If I find a little knot that I want to get out, then that's what I'm doing. It's nothing huge. So by the time that I am done this whole process, this dog is dematted, brushed out straight, and ready to scissor. So the thing is that this is his back left leg. So I was just working at that hock a little bit. That's his bad hock, so that's why he had that little knot. That's the only area that Mum won't brush on him. Otherwise, he's really good. This is all in regular time. Again, don't waste your time by fussing around. Again, with this particular dog, because he has tumors in almost all of his joints, to fuss around is actually hurting him. So that's why there is sort of a need for speed here, just to keep that dog comfortable. It is also the other reason why you'll see that every now and then he'll really just want to put that foot down, because it's just really hard for him not to have all 4 feet on the ground. So you'll see I'll rebalance him, shift his weight over, and then be able to work on a different area. You have to know that when you're drying like this, spending the time to prep the coat properly, so whether it's using proper shampoos and conditioners in the tub, having the correct drying equipment on your table, if you don't have the right products and the right equipment, you're never going to get that beautiful groom because you haven't done the base work that sets it up for you to do all this lovely scissoring. And again, he's a shorter poodle. Literally what we end up doing, here we call this a kennel, so his body will be bladed, his legs will be scissored in. I prefer a much fuller leg, but again, with his tumors right now, this is just what Mum feels that she can deal with. So that's what we work with. And you can see I'm going through, I've fluffed that all up. It's mat free. I'm going to go on to the next leg. Now you'll actually see, as I'm just rotating him here, you'll see that there it is, that little lump right there that I'm pointing out. That is a brand new tumor that literally has come up within 3 weeks. Okay, so it's like I've made a note. We let Mum know. Unfortunately, this is this particular poodle's issue. So you'll find that's that one area where there is a little snarl there that I pull out. And so that's where it's like, okay, again, I just don't want to be fussing with the dog if in that area where it's just a little bit more sensitive, where you can see me just kind of going around it to make sure that I'm not getting it with my comb, and that it's well and clear. Now, of course, this is where you might have noticed that I realized, oh yeah, maybe I should brush out that tail. So, go through, brush out all the areas. When you're brushing, you'll see that I don't hold it with the handle. I've actually taken my Dremel and rounded out the corners of my slicker brush, and you'll see that I never rotate my wrist. My wrist is always straight. If you're rotating your wrist, what's happening is you're putting pressure on the bones in your wrist, and that ends up swelling that causes pressure on your nerves, which will end up giving you issues. Okay, so if you don't roll your wrists, same with stripping, carding, don't roll your wrists, keep them straight when you're doing your brushing, and it's going to get you farther ahead. Now, I don't want this coat to curl up on me, on his head, so that's where I'm getting it, because you can already see a little bit of curl right at the base, where like at the skin. So the thing is, I'm just wanting to make sure that I go through. Mum on this particular guy actually likes his ears a little curly, drives me insane, but that's what Mum wants, so I acquiesce, and I only brush them out to make sure that they're not free. Now, I just wanted to show you from a different angle so that you can actually see the movement of the brush, the fact that I'm not rolling my wrist, that I'm changing the movement. I'm brushing up and then I'm brushing down just to really work that coat. You'll see I'll also give the leg a little bit of a fluff up. Now, keeping in mind that this entire poodle, to not only use my force dryer, but also my stand dryer, took 7 minutes on a standard poodle with not a ton of coat, I realize, but enough that you could do a lot. So you do this in your salon and it's going to speed you up.